In this video, I'm going to be trying to spend 100 days in an SMP trying to create civilization. But first, the backstory.
Hey, let's blow up everyone in 2 seconds because haha, funny.
Yeah, but he's always gonna side with us at the end because, they're trying to set up a government and, they're like, oh, we want order, not chaos. Well, I don't know, because I'm going to I was gonna work on a secret base, so I don't know. You look at the bottom chest over here. Such good organization.
The Yarra's on our side. Literally the two richest people on the server on our side.
Yeah.
I mean, Yarra's not really on our side. He's gonna stick to us because violence.
Well, I mean, we just have to incite more violence.
Yeah, and I have an idea. No, I don't think Yarra likes subtle violence. I think he more like stab person violence.
This SMP is called the King of the Hill SMP. It consists of 11 players, which one has not logged on, and there is an immersive lore and plotline to the story. This is a map of the SMP. As you can see, spawn is in the middle of a great jungle about 1,000 by 2,000 blocks wide. Now I thought this is insane because of how big it is, and it basically trapped us and forced us to be in a community together. Until I found a way out of the jungle, and so the entire server embarked on a quest to build a great bridge across the shortest side of the jungle. And eventually we reached a place that is a desert that I call the Great Beyond, and has been adapted as the Great Beyond by all the other server members. Slowly, the other members of the server started to move out to the Great Beyond and even further away, and that's when we had our conflict. Jed was elected as the first king. Well, he wasn't elected, he was forced to be the first king. And a civil war broke out between Noah Nacho, Mayo, Jed, and his side, which consisted of about 4 to 5 members that were on Noah's side to break and rebel against Noah and join his side. Me and Yarra Boy were the only 2 people not involved in this conflict, but were forced to act on Noah after he stole things, as well as Mayo, who eventually joined my side. But as you can see by the first few clips, things have escalated very quickly. I had to move out of my home, and now I'm back in my home, and in this video, I'm going to be trying to build my new home, my new place that I can be safe, have riches and all of that in these 100 days, while also staying out of conflict, even though, since this video is recording, it has escalated that very much. So let's get straight into the video. Day 1 started off with me collecting my melons and pumpkins in my farm that hosts a lot of the resources of the server. And then when I came back to my house to drop off the stuff, I almost exploded a creeper at my house, and I thought that I was just about to lose like majority of my stuff since it was right next to my chest. These first 10 days are going to be about building a base on the server that I can be safe and all of that. So I decided to hike up to the hill right on top of where my old base is to try to find a good point where I can build a base and have a vantage point. Once I got to the top, I found a good spot that was overlooking my old base and Yarra's house, and I decided to start clearing it out and leveling it. I also decided to start marking how and what shape my base was going to be in. After getting some food and some more cobblestone, I decided to start building a cobblestone walkway down to the bottom of the mountain so I could access my old base where all of my possessions were. And that was really going to help me because it would save hunger and also me not trying to die going down the mountain because I've already done that like 3 or 4 times. Day 1 ended in my old house where I collected the rest of my food and decided to sleep. And now it was day 2. I started day 2 off by finishing the cobblestone walkway that I'd started on the day before. I also started building up my house and made my foundation of my house. using jungle slabs as well and stairs, I decided to start making a porch for my house since I'm going to have a porch and usually all houses have a porch, so I decided to make one. As it slowly started to become nighttime, I harvested my beetroots since I was collecting seeds to see if I can expand on my farm, and I decided that I needed to go cut jungle trees because I needed jungle slabs so I can finish my floor and do my roof as well. And that's when day 2 came to an end, and it's now time for day 3. Day 3 started off with me chopping down 2 big jungle trees to provide for my wood for my house because I desperately needed jungle wood, and I actually got a little bit over, which I was kind of glad about because that means I could use it for other projects, especially things that I want to do later in the series. After cutting down jungle trees, finding a few cows because 2 creepers blew up all my cows, which I had basically the entire stock of cows on the server, I decided to get back to work building my floor and trying to get some walls done. I returned to my old base to put some cobblestone in a furnace because I decided I was going to use stone bricks because we all know that stone bricks is really good. I smelted about 2 stacks, but eventually I'd need more than that to finish my walls up since it was a pretty big house compared to the house I live in now. I then decided to break all of my plants that I had planted because I knew that I was going to relocate all of this to my new house. So I was like, I have time on day 3 as the sun started to set, so why not do it? And then I ended day 3 and started day 4. Day 4 started off with me gathering sand for some glass after I finished destroying all my plants, which took up about a fourth of the day. I wanted to get some glass because I want to make some glass panes for windows so that I can see people if they try to attack me, because this server is kind of known for being crazy. After gathering some sand, I decided to grab my donkey and bring it up to my new house since I could have used this as a great opportunity to bring up some stuff for my storage, but you know, I didn't think about that at the time. And that's when day 4 ended, and it was now time for day 5. I almost forgot to record day 5, but I luckily caught it in the right amount of time, and I started building up my walls with the stone bricks that I smelted. Once the walls were complete, I decided to start making a little storage area and started organizing, so I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff from my chest down in my old house and brought it up to my new house to store in those chests. And of course, that won't be a permanent storage room, especially since a lot of people decide to steal it, and also because you'll see in about day 7 or 8 that 2 people start living with me. I told you guys earlier that I would need to smelt another stack of stone bricks. Well, here I am, smelting another stack of stone bricks. I literally spent the entirety of day 5 torching up the place and organizing my things, but now it was time for day 6. I started off day 6 by building the rest of my walls and placing some glass in because a zombie came in and almost killed me, and I do not want to die because I'm saving up for level enchant. So yeah, that could have been really bad, and I definitely need all that safety. Day 7 ended off with me organizing the rest of my things into the chest, and unfortunately I couldn't sleep because there were monsters nearby, so let's just skip to Day 7. Technical difficulties. It's actually Day 8. Apparently Day 7 didn't record. That is very, very tragic. But I am down in my bunker kind of area where my enchanting room is going to be. It's actually in a disclosed location. As you can see, the coordinates are blocked off because I don't want people that are going to watch this video to know, because I know SMP people will watch this. But I'm just digging out all the dirt and the stone from this area, and it's going to house a lot of things in the future. We finally finished out digging the bunker area, and now it was time to get the floors in. It actually didn't take that long, but it took around half the day, which is about, 5 minutes. But honestly, I'm going to be really, really proud of how this turns out, because it's turning out well in my mind, but I don't know if it's going to turn out well in the game. It's now Day 9, and I was working on the walls, and I actually finished them, and I started to work on the roof of the little bunker. And I basically didn't really do that much else on Day 8. Actually, I should probably tell you that there's 2 people living with me. I know I stated this earlier, but I have 2 people, Withered and Aiden. They are living with me, and they're going to be staying with me, especially since all this war conflict has gotten crazy on the SMP. So my place is kind of like a safe place for everyone to be. I finished putting on the roof, and I started putting my enchanting setup down. I had to grab a few things, also I had to spend almost a stack of wood on all of the bookshelves, and it only went to level 26. Man, I should have used Silk Touch on them. Yes, Day 10. I started off Day 10 by removing the stupid tower that Noah put in the middle of where I was going to build my farms for this episode. So yeah, that had to go. I then grabbed all the dirt I owned, and I even asked some members, because Mayo was online at the time, if they had any dirt, and this is all I got. So I decided to start filling in and trying to make the area flat so I can have tons of farms, and also a ton of room to build out if I wanted to, which I'll probably build down, not out. Once we were done with putting in the dirt, I decided to cut down a part of Noah's other tower that he built, and I started to make animal farms for pigs, chickens, cows, and sheep, and I was eventually going to transfer them over. And also, since I had a lot of cobblestone, I decided to make it out of cobblestone walls, since we're kind of going for that, I guess, more medieval kind of theme for our house and our area. And that's when Day 10 ended. I hope you guys did enjoy this video.